Hello, my friends. During this period, when I wear a long beard, have a vision that challenged me very seriously. It is one of the rare visions where a character appeals to me. I have already had, and will have several more times, the vision of a circle within which appear fleetingly the faces of impassive men following one another. They pass quickly and are not very precise. I only know that they are white men in the prime of their life and wear no beard. But they don't remind me of anyone in particular, and they don't remind me of anything either. They just showed up or came to see me. One day, while in meditation, I am absorbed in the idea of integrating certain effects of light into my painting. When I am in the light, outside of the moment of no thought and visions, my mind wanders in a zone of creation, giving the sensation of a sweep of all the possibilities of the moment before stopping on one. I see appearing very clearly in a ring again, like a porthole, a very present character. It reminds me of a bearded rabbit with a cap on his head. He is hilarious and show me the finger. Have I understood the message well? I've given up those light effects. But this time the character is not in a ring. It is a very present head, a bearded and hairy man. He looks at me impassive. Apart from my absent hair, my appearance at the moment is very close to his face. It's very intense. Suddenly, I feel melted into this character, being him with an even stronger emotional intensity. It is Jesus. I am Jesus. It's huge. As I come back down to earth, I wonder what it means. Of course, with everything that happened to me before, the energy, the knowledge, all these visions, the songs, the hypothesis is plausible. But I also know that quite a lot of people have had fusion experiences like this. On the other hand, they were not inhibited by envy and didn't have the possibility of transmitting energy to others. I have never heard voices talking to me inside my head or outside, but deep thoughts, scientific knowledge about the structure of the world, far beyond my artistic activity, come into my head long before I become aware of research in these directions. And the informations that arrive in my head go further and more precise and detailed than scientific hypotheses. So, who am I? This question has been asked for many years. And what is my role? What do I have to do? Transmit the energy person by person, each in turn, as I began? Impossible. Much too long and absorbing. In addition, many people had unfriendly reactions that unpleasantly surprised me. Become a new guru? Ah, no, I don't like the idea at all. I am an artist and I want to remain an artist. If I have a mission to fulfill, it must be through art, the only one capable of crossing political, social, and religious barriers, and of reaching by doing good as many people as possible, which is my deepest wish. What's up? I'm certainly not Jesus of Nazareth, even if I was born around the same time of the year as him. I recall I was born on October 27th, and we know that he was born well before December 25th, day chosen to recover the pagan feast going back to the dawn of time, the winter solstice. Although I have a provocative side, like him, and other points in common, our characters, according to the writing, are quite different, especially in the relationship with women. But I have received and carry within me, I believe, the same thing that put him to act. In his time, it was called Christ, whom I felt as a particular variant of the Holy Spirit. In other words, in present day terms, a particular aspect of the energy, a force that establishes direct contact with what he called the Father and what I call the boss. In spite everything that happens to me, the other visions, even more important that I will have, the many things that I will see, doubt never cease to assail me in daily life. Not when I am in the light, but when I come back down to earth, I ask myself, isn't it all an illusion generated by my own brain? I regularly read scientific journals. They talk about hallucination caused by the brain. I carefully observe these representations that are published. They are very different from what I perceived. The dominant thought in the media in France is that of militant atheism. On Sunday morning, a quarter of an hour was devoted to religions on the radio, early on France Inter. What we heard there seems to prove the philosopher right, as he is abundantly and frequently interviewed on the radio and teaches at a so-called popular university in Caen. God does not exist, he asserted, peremptorily, which is another form of belief and of sectarianism, since it is based on nothing. What's up? What if I am wrong? It would matter to others. I don't hurt anyone, and my artwork is self-sufficient. And as far as I'm concerned, I live and feel an extraordinary experience superior to any big show movie, to any Disneyland attraction, and to all that life can bring to even the richest people. And if it was true, what a fabulous destiny! A disturbing sign. At the beginning of my studies at the Beaux-Arts, I had to pass a sculpture test. I chose a subject that I made in clay with the help of the teacher. Then I made a mold and reproduced it in modeling plaster that I dyed in red ochre. Then I forgot it outside, in the bad weather, in the small garden of Courbevoie. When I got it back, it looked like an authentic antique, with a pattern of ancient sculpture. For a long time, long before the vision, this sculpture has been sitting next to my bed. It is the head of a bearded hairy man, very similar to the vision that appeared to me. I really have the feeling that I'm being guided and protected. Nothing really serious has never happened to me. For a mission that I sense and foresee because of my discoveries, my achievements, and my spiritual experiences. But it's not yet explicit. I must experience with a certain autonomy free the earthly life as everyone else, in its diversity. But I feel obliged to go in a certain direction toward which my destiny is pushing me. In addition, I am exceptionally lucky to have a goal, a hope, a quest, and to do what I want to do throughout the day, which is far from being the case of the majority. Anyway, it's that idea that supports me. The future will tell me if I am right. I would have an answer anyway, one way or the other. If there is nothing beyond material appearances, what I say will disappear into oblivion. But if you listen to this podcast, it will already be a good indication that a higher force wanted it.